Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Trying to fix. Okay, that's better. Hey sugar. Yeah, what's going on? Thanks. Ooh. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. It's live Sunday. Excuse me. I know I look a mess. I'm doing my hair today, so don't worry. I just wanted to come to you guys before I start to do a live Sunday. I wasn't able to do it last Sunday, but this Sunday I'm here. So, first off, last Sunday I posted on my community tab and I asked you guys what you would like me to talk about this Sunday. And let's see. I'm going to go and see what you all said. So nobody really said anything. They just liked the picture and was congratulating me on a lot of things. Tansy Time, she said, I like to talk about relaxer shame and how to overcome it. I think first off, we have to really recognize that there's not only relaxer shame, black hair in general has been shamed, whether you're natural, whether you're relaxed, whether you have locks, whether you wear weaves, wigs, braids. It all has been shamed, and it's sad because us as a black community, there should not be any of that going on. And honestly, most of the time it is within our own community that people, hey girl, I see you commenting, hey, but it's in our own community that we do that to each other. Now, don't get me wrong, there is people outside of the black community. Hey, Davina, hey girl. So there's people outside of the black hair community that does these things, but I think it starts within first. So once we as a black community love each other and support each other, show each other love, and don't hate amongst each other as far as our hair type or hair textures go, then I think that's where we will see the change. So it starts with us, guys, and if we don't lift ourselves up and stop shaming each other, then other people won't do it. So that's that. So I posted another comment and picture on my community tab, and it was my 2020 post, and I said, let's talk about it. 2020, what are your 2020 hair goals? So mine was to continue to grow my hair and get my layers caught up with the rest of my hair. And I told you all to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what your hair goals were. So we're talking about it. We are on live right now. So if any of you want to comment your hair goals, then do that. But like I said, my hair goals is to grow out these layers, honey. And I'm just gonna I'm doing some braids in my hair today, guys, but I'm just gonna take my hair out this ponytail and detangle it in preparation for that. So I had this super cute hairstyle that I recorded yesterday because I filmed Sister's Diary yesterday, and I had this super cute hairstyle. Can't wait to show you guys. So I just need to detangle my hair before I style it and do what I'm gonna do with it today because I have a cruise. So of course I can't go on the cruise like that. Tynesha says, I'm currently natural, but thinking of getting a virgin relaxer this year. Well, Tynesha, make sure that you know your hair first. Make sure that you've researched, different type of relaxers. Make sure you know what hair type you are. Just be educated, be well educated before you make that decision. And I would say good luck to you. Growing out my bangs and keeping up with my trims. Yes, that's a good 2020 hair goal. I'm definitely trying to grow out my layers. As you guys could see, my layers are getting pretty long, like, so they're growing out, but they're not all the way down here either. They're like up here. So they still have some time to go, but they're getting there. So let's give them some credit. Let's give them some credit. But yes, guys, if for the new people joining, if you have any hair goals for 2020, leave them down below in the comments. And my hair goals are to grow out my layers and keep growing my hair, and hopefully in 2020 we'll get to waist length. So that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Been thinking about getting a diva curl, but I'm not sure if I could keep up with it. That's a good idea. I love the diva curls. They are a bomb. I think I watched Naturally Niecy go to the diva curl hair salon, and they cut, like, shaped her hair, and it was super cute. So girl, I would say go for it. I love diva curl cuts. Or I'm not sure what type of diva curl you're gonna get, but I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be bomb. So Aisha says, what do you suggest on growing out the front of your hair? The front of my hair keeps breaking off, and I don't know what to do with it. Aisha, the front of your hair really gets the most attention and the most manipulation. So I would just say be careful. When you're detangling your hair, make sure you're starting from the ends, working your way up. Be gentle. Don't force it. And don't manipulate it as much. I would say protective style. And when you're protective styling, don't add too much tension in your protective styles. I'm gonna be doing some more knotless braids on my hair today, and I love the knotless braids because it is little to no tension. Like, those braids, like, literally the first day that you get them, you can move them around. They don't hurt or anything like that. So I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all hear that background. That's my mom. But I definitely would say don't manipulate it as much, and just put it up. Like, put it up. And I'm pretty sure the front of your hair will stop breaking off and flourish. And make sure you're conditioning your hair and making sure it has that moisture. Make sure that you are oiling it and everything. And girl, you'll be good, I promise. Your hair will not break off anymore after that. Sending you love all the way from SA. I don't know what SA is, y'all. I'm a little slow sometimes. But thank you for tuning in, Findel, Findile Zulu. Thank you for tuning in, my love. And hello. Cut down on ponytails for sure. Yes, ponytails can be definitely very damaging sometimes if you do it too much, if that makes sense. And you know it sometimes too much of anything is not good. So don't do ponytails too much. And if you do oh, South Africa, thank you for that. Like, my mind went blank when I seen SA. So South Africa, that's awesome. That's so cool. But yes, I was talking about ponytails. Ponytails could be damaging, especially if you put the band too tight. Um, I would suggest also, if you love wearing ponytails, get silk scrunchies. And after this live is over, I'll try to put the links, the AliExpress links of the satin scrunchies. I thought about making my own like satin scrunchie line for you guys, but we'll see, you know, what the near future holds. But satin scrunchies are definitely a lifesaver. Let's go back. How do I get my relaxed hair more thick? Hi Tiara. And I would just say, if your hair isn't thick, even when it is in its natural state, it's not going to be thick when it's in your relaxed state. So that's the same thing like if you silk press your natural hair and it's not as thick. To help with that, when if you are relaxed, you can texlax, so you know you can keep that texture in your hair. And I would say using castor oil is really good to promote thickness and hair growth. And I would just do like scalp massages and stimulate your scalp. Make sure that you know you're doing good things to it. And also, people don't realize, to contribute to thickness, make sure that the hair that you have on your head is staying. So retaining length and making sure that your hair isn't like, you know, breaking and falling out or anything like that. So good luck, babe, with your thickness. um MGWIZ154 says, I'm trying to find a stylist I can trust. Any advice on how to go about searching for one? If you're trying to find a stylist, just let me know what, message me on Instagram. Let me know what area you're in, and I will definitely try to help you to the best of my ability, because that's kind of like a specific question. So MGWiz157, please go to my Instagram, Brianna Richey, and send me a inbox, a message, and I will help you out. JACSA says, hi, hey babe, I always see you commenting and everything. So hey, I know you definitely are always watching. So thank you so much. How long till you go on protective styling wigs? It just depends on what's going on in my life. Like I'm a very busy person, so usually like the month after I get a relaxer, I will go into my wigs. But this month I had Sister's Diary, and then unexpectedly I was flown out to Chicago for a photo shoot with a hair brand, so I couldn't do a protective style right away. Today I am going to be doing knotless braids in my hair. So um today I'm protective styling, but it won't be a wig, it'll be braids. I'm going to be going into my wigs soon because, as I told you guys, I have a wig business and I need to model my wigs. So I'm pretty sure shortly after I do these braids, I'm definitely going to be taking the braids out, braiding my hair back, and putting on my wigs. Flybird says, try to go longer without getting perms. Try going in like 3 months without it if you can manage. Yes, I think Flybirdie was talking to someone in the comments. That's so true. I stretch my relaxers every 4 months. I get a relaxer every 4 months, and that's like the perfect time for me. Sometimes I'll go a little bit past that, but um I definitely suggest anybody that wants to be on a healthy hair journey to stretch their relaxers and don't get them as often. So guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, for the new people that came in, I'm just detangling my hair. I'm doing braids in my hair today, so I'm just detangling it from tip to root, just prepping for that hairstyle. And I wanted to come say hey to you guys and do live Sunday before I get too deep into doing that and I wouldn't have time. Pre MTE says, I was thinking of going natural, but when I see your hair, I'm like, I can stay relaxed. Well, you first have to ask yourself, why do you want to go natural? You know, that's like a personal preference, and don't base your preference or your decision on me, because my hair is very different from everyone who's watching. Um, so you just have to ask yourself, you know, why would you want to go relax? I mean, why would you want to go natural? Or if you're natural, why would you want to relax your hair, and if it's conducive to your lifestyle, then do it. But like I said, do your research, guys. Do your research. I've been relaxed since I was a child, like probably 3 or 4. So this, like, I've been adapted to this for so long, and I've finally figured out like what works for my hair and how I can maintain length and how I can get growth. So yeah, guys, this has been like a long time coming. Like, even in high school, my hair was like right like right to my neck. This is how short my hair was in high school. So after high school, it's like I got all of this, but hair is a lot to maintain, whether you're natural or relaxed. So just whatever decision you're making, do it because you want to, and do it because it's conducive to your lifestyle and it's easier for you. So Giovanna Nicole, hi babe, says, well, I asked because I got 4C hair and I want to know if your method will work for me. I use a firm, dry, and itchy scalp and it's breaking like crazy. I use protein and moisture treatments and nothing works. Okay, Giovanna, what texture is your natural hair? Is it like a 4A? Oh, I don't even think I seen the first comment. I have, Giovanna, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I really don't know. All I know is the front of my hair is like, I don't have much new growth because I just relaxed my hair. But my hair texture, the front is loose and the back are really, really tight curls. Um, Let me go back to read your other question. I use a firm, dry, and itchy scalp and it breaks like crazy. I use protein and moisture treatments and nothing works. Um, so you use protein and moisture, nothing works. It's dry as breaking off. Um, well, if you're doing all of that, you may need to stop with the relaxers for a little while and literally just try different methods of, or like try the products that you're using outside of your relaxer and see like what would make the biggest difference. Like, if you're trying a specific deep conditioner, you may need to do it more, like once a week. And like I said, cut out the relaxer and really try to see like what's working, what's not working. See, like, look more into your hairstyles that you're wearing. Are you protecting your hair adequately? It's a lot of factors, guys, and it's so hard to help you guys sometimes like this because it's a lot of factors when it comes to taking care of your hair. Mind you, you guys tell me, yeah, I'm oiling my hair, I'm moisturizing my hair, da da da, but I also don't know your lifestyle, your hair lifestyle, and like how you wear your hair. So that's the hard part. But I would say look at literally every aspect of your hair and make sure that all departments you're doing everything possible that you can to make your hair work for you. So your styles, your hair styling, your method of washing your hair, your method of detangling your hair, all of that. So um going natural is a full-time job, I tell you. For some people it definitely is, but for some people, for other people, they know how to work with their natural hair and they've found their staple go-to products. So to each its own. I use protein moisturizer. Okay, Tiara, I tried transitioning 2 years ago and it broke off my hair. I cut my hair to shoulder length and it grew back like crazy. Relaxers for me are just much easier to manage. And that's good that you do know that, Tiara. And transitioning can definitely be hard, and people don't realize when you're transitioning, you're going to have breakage. Like, I have a client right now and she is transitioning and she's like, my hair is getting shorter and shorter, and I'm like, well babe, it's gonna break off. Like, it's going to, especially for someone who does not know how to like put conditioner on their hair and like really work it in. And like, when you're transitioning, you have to baby your hair, like baby it, take it section by section, use a lot of products and really know like how to keep it that way. I would say like someone who's, well, two people whose transition seemed seamless is Pretty Witty, my girl. Her transition, it's like her hair was text-lax, so her natural hair was definitely more defined than her text-lax hair, but to me it just seemed like it was easier for her to transition, and she transitioned for a while. And everybody doesn't have the luxury of doing that. It's another relaxed girl here, or she's natural now, but her transition was seamless. Her name is Charisse, and I didn't even notice like that she went natural. I think she just came out with a video and was like, I'm natural now. And literally, like, I could not tell. So some people's transition is more seamless, but if you have more of a tighter curl, um, it's too much of a difference between your straight hair or your relaxed hair and your natural hair. So it's not always pretty, guys. Transitioning is not always pretty. Okay, Giovanna, I'm starting to think the problem is the relaxer itself. What relaxer do you use and how long do you leave it on for? It may be the relaxer. And honestly, guys, there's different brands of relaxer and there may be a slight difference, but a relaxer is a relaxer. So if you think the relaxer is a problem, then maybe you just need to cut the relaxers out all the way and try a different method of straightening your hair, like silk presses or something like that. Because you don't like achieving straight hair or just like a looser curl pattern does not have to always be achieved with a relaxer. Me personally, I use Motions relaxer. It's a dry relaxer, and um, I leave it on for about 16 minutes. I try not to, leave it on longer than that. And that's what I do, guys. And it's always worked for me. I've always used Motions relaxer. I do not use heat at all, and I air dry. Yes, that's good, Giovanna. And like I said, you know your hair best. So just make sure you know all areas in your protective styles, your hair styling in general, your detangling process, your wash day, the products you're using. Just break down all those sections, like write them in different sections, and just kind of keep a journal and figure out like what am I doing wrong? Like what aspect of my hair regimen is not quite right. And that's how you kind of can factor out things and find the problem. So, true, I was thinking going natural, but wish can't deal with natural hair. It takes long and I get headaches. Yeah, some people are very tender headed. Very tender headed. The perm hair is weaker than the natural new growth. Exactly. It's definitely weaker. And guys, it's so crazy because when I'm stretching my hair, I'm like, ooh, boo, like these roots are coming in strong. And that's the beautiful thing about black hair. Like our natural hair is just strong. Like, and when it's growing out, your relaxed hair looks like, because that's why sometimes I didn't like stretching, because it just made my relaxed hair look stupid, honestly. And now that I've learned my hair and I'm washing it more when I'm stretching, and I'm learning what products work, I know how to find the beauty in my curls, but also be able to take care of my relaxed hair and make sure that it's the strongest it can possibly be. So you got to have that happy medium if you're going to be stretching, because it's so important to know both textures and be able to handle them. Um, which is why I was trying to learn how to work with all my new growth in my relaxed hair. It was too much to deal with. Yeah, it can be very overwhelming, especially if your hair is thick, especially if you have a tighter curl pattern. It can definitely be hard dealing with the two patterns, but that's the science that you have to learn in products and regimen. You have to get that together if you want to stretch your relaxer and have healthy relaxed hair, or if you're transitioning and you don't necessarily want to cut your hair off and do a big chop right away. So Um, yes, guys, I know you all have a lot of 2020 hair goals. Like I said, leave them in the comments if you want to share your 2020 hair goals. And I did post, like I said, if you guys are active on the community tab, I do post on the community tab, and I always like talk back to you guys and answer. So I got a lot of people saying that in 2020 they want to do more deep conditioning, moisturizing and sealing, and just having a work life balance and being able to add a hair regimen into that equation so that it's conducive to their lifestyle. So that's most important, guys. That's like most important. And yes, it's a hair journey, but it's also a life journey because you have to do your hair. I mean, but we had like an interesting case on Sister's Diary, and she was like, you know what, me and my hair, I'm just over it. And she's very simple. And I won't tell too much because I want you guys to watch Sister's Diary. This season, season 2, is gonna be phenomenal. And we had so much fun yesterday, guys. And I'm excited for you all to see the ladies. But we had different type of ladies, of course. This time I was the only relaxed girl at the table, but we did have a straight natural and everybody else was a natural. So it was definitely an interesting conversation. We had so much fun, and I'm excited for you guys to see season 2 of Sister's Diary. So someone else said that their 2020 goals were to do more natural remedies for their hair, and use more natural products for their hair, protective styles, and deep condition. So, my girl, Adorable Key, I believe her name is. That's my girl. She did a pre-poo from aloe. So she put the aloe in a skillet and she boiled it, and she created a oil for her pre-poo. And I guess she adds essential oils like to make it smell better. Because if you all have ever smelled aloe, it doesn't smell the best. And I have a lot of aloe. My mom grows aloe outside in her garden, so we have an abundance of aloe. So I definitely know how it smells, and I use it on cuts or scrapes, so I know how it smells. And when she said she put it in a jar under her counter, and literally she rubbed the oil on her fingers, and it just looked like so amazing. So I may try that natural remedy. And this year, I'm definitely going to get into more natural remedies. I know some people want me to try the rice water. So I'm definitely going to try that. And I spoke with one of my hair girls about it, and she told me to definitely try it. So I also had a lot of people say how they cut off the dead ends for 2020. So that's great, guys. Make sure you're keeping your regular trims and making sure that you do not bring any thin see-through ends in 2020. Um, I've also had someone, Tassie May, she said that she's relaxing her hair after 7 years of being natural. She says she feels that it'll be better to manage and retain more length. So, again, guys, I always stress, make sure that you have a grip and you know how to take care of your natural hair before you relax, because relaxing your hair is easier to maintain, as far as like it's easier to detangle, it's easier to do a lot of things when it comes to relaxing, but it also is kind of like a science project because you're dealing with a chemical. So you have to make sure that you're putting, those proteins back in, putting that moisture back in, putting those oils back into your hair. You also, olaplex, guys. If you are relaxed and you don't use olaplex, you need to get you some. Get you some, boo, because it is just amazing. I love olaplex. It's so great, and it's a bond rebuilder that literally instantly you feel the results. So this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Olaplex is expensive, so I wish it was sponsored, but make sure you guys get you some olaplex if you're relaxed, or color treated, a color treated natural, color treated relaxed girl. It's amazing. I had Tanya Riddick. She said her goal is to take better care of her edges. And I loved that comment because a lot of people don't talk about edges. Like they just don't. And my thing is edges are like super important. And that is where things can really go wrong if it's too much tension. So guys, my edges have always been like really full. um they have always been, and even like when I was at the hair photo shoot, everybody's like, do you have a lace front on? Your edge line looks like a lace front. Guys, I literally try my best not to put too much tension on my edges. um right now they looking a little crazy, but I try to make sure that I'm not putting too much tension on my edges. And sometimes I'll get like some thinning in here, like at my temples. Sometimes I will, but right now they're looking really, really good. My edges are pretty long. They're not like any short edges. And I try to keep them that way. That's why I really don't like slick my edges, guys, because they're not really like, they're not baby hairs, if that makes sense. They're like adult hairs. So yes, guys, make sure that you're keeping your edges intact. Sufane Dash says edges are so important. I hate to seeing women, yes, when they don't have edges. Oh, you retracted your message, girl? But yes, me too. Like some people can't help it, guys. Some people it's hereditary. They have alopecia, they have hair loss problems, and sometimes it runs in their family, or sometimes that's just a disease that they get. And it is very, very important to make sure that you're keeping up with your edges, because this is like the only hair that you have. This is your crown, so you got to take care of it. Hi Cindy. Hey girl. Hey girl with the looking eyes. Don't judge. Yes, don't judge. Um, but I think it's important to educate people on edges and make sure that, we're taking care of our edges. People don't talk about edges much, but it's super important. And me too, I do not like to see women who have problems with their edges, but I get it. I understand. um it's hard. So I would just say, guys, if you're having problems with your edges, just really do like scalp, like stimulate, massage them, put oil on them. I have clients, one of my very, very close friends, who have issues with their edges. People don't want to talk about it. People cover it up, but it's so important, and we need to take care of our edges in 2020, ladies. Um, so another hair goal of the ladies. I'll shout out Melissa Davis. She said that her goal is to start a YouTube channel, and I told her that I would be the first to subscribe. So if you have any goals like that, guys, like starting a YouTube channel or anything, I'll definitely subscribe and start those goals. And if you guys want to see these comments, go to my community tab, and this is where we were having this great discussion. um do you relax your edges last when you get a relaxer? Absolutely. My edges are the last thing that I relax, literally. I go through and do the middle parts of my hair. Well, first of all, I relax the back first, because that's where my tighter curls are. My looser curls are in the front, so I do that last. And after I do everything, then I go in and do my edges. So literally the relaxer is probably on my hair for a couple of minutes. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, girl. Thanks for joining. I do my edges last. I don't need my babies getting toe up, because I need these, guys. We need these. So keep them edges intact, boo. Um, so Tanisha asked also, how often do I wash, deep condition my hair? How often do I do protein treatments? Guys, how often I do things may not be the often that you need to do things, if that makes sense. Like after I get my relaxer, I make sure that I do a protein treatment at least 2 weeks after. I do a deep condition really close to that, somewhere in that timeline. And moisturizing and sealing. Like, I'm making sure that my hair is getting back what the relaxer took away. I'm doing my olaplex treatments, rebuilding those bonds up. And after I do that, then I'm protective styling. And also, if I decide to wear my hair out 2 months post, 3 months post, I'm going in, I'm deep conditioning, and I'm making sure that my hair is moisturized and it feels great. You have to listen to your hair when you're making this regimen. Your wash day, your deep conditions, your olaplex. You have to make that for yourself. I can't, because I don't know what your hair is. And I don't want to tell you guys, deep condition once a week or deep condition once a month, and that doesn't work for you. I don't know what works for you, but you have the power. You have the power to know what your hair needs, guys. So make sure you're paying attention and you're listening to your hair. Um, let's see. Sufane says, so my goal is to have fuller hair. I switch relaxers and it caused breakage in some places. So now I have uneven ends, but they're not even split. They just not at the same length. So in 2 weeks, I would do a cut. Yes, trim it up and start fresh. Make sure that it's from the relaxer switch. And I would suggest you guys, if you have a relaxer that you like, that does, it's like no problems with using, keep it. I use Motions. I've always used Motions, and I don't plan on changing my relaxer. Ever had issues with your crown? My crown always breaks and is shorter than the rest of my hair. No. So my crown is actually like the healthiest and thickest part of my hair. So um I love the crown in my hair. This is like literally all of this area is like this is where the longest pieces of my hair are. I have problems at the back, at the nape of my hair. So um if you know that, I would say whatever you do, take that part, that section out and give it more attention. So if you're deep conditioning, make sure that you're parting that section out and really getting in there and getting root to tip. And I do that for the back of my hair. So I baby that part because I know that, I have problems back here. So the back of my hair used to be really, really, really short. And as you guys can see, it's still not as long as the rest of my hair, but it's getting there. And that's okay because I know that this is my problem area. So like I said, it used to be like collarbone, literally. So it's definitely growing and it's doing good back there in my problem area. Choose to relax and stick to it. Yes, yes. And I'm sorry you had to learn that the hard ways. Sapane, I hope I'm saying your name right. But it'll be okay. It'll grow back. Just cut it, and girl, the bounce back will be real, I promise you. Um, let's see what else some people said. Yep, I have. Oh, someone else said heat style, not using any more heat styling tools. So, guys, that's another thing. Um, don't overuse heat. Like, don't do that. That's not good. Heat damage is not the damage that you want. Well, any damage is not good, but heat damage is definitely something else. And just be careful with it. When I do use heat, I go all in because I don't straighten my hair much. But like I said, lately I've been straightening my hair quite a bit. And this, I actually just, what did I do? Oh, I just blow dried my hair. I didn't straighten it. That's why it's like a little puffy. So I told myself I wasn't going to straighten my hair for a while because I went to the shoot, straighten my hair, and I've just been straightening my hair quite a bit. So don't overload the heat, guys. Do you feel notice when growing hair out, it will get bigger in size and not in length? Definitely. Definitely. And guys, you have to realize whether it's breakage or shedded hair, um, your hair, those hairs have to grow back, right? So when your hair is shedding, you see the white bulb at the tip. So when those shedded hairs grow back, you may see like short pieces sticking out. That's not necessarily breakage. It could be the shedded hair growing back. And when those strands grow back, you'll see your hair start to expand and get thicker, but it may not per se be getting longer in length. So that happens a lot, especially for the curly girls. If I have any curly girls watching, some of you see, you know, your hair is getting fuller, it's thicker, it's bigger, but it's not getting longer. And it's a process, guys. Growing hair is a process. So don't be discouraged, and just make sure that you're doing everything you can to retain length. And guys, literally this year, 2019, is literally when I've seen my hair like get a certain length and my ends are not thin. When my hair was this length before, my ends were thin. So I'm just grateful. And you know, I think being consistent is when you see the results and you see, you know, everything is good with your hair. So and you're welcome, Sufane. You're definitely welcome. Make sure that you come back and give me an update. So Um, 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 um. Somebody also said that they want to dye their hair blonde in 2020. And I would say, guys, be careful. If you're gonna dye your hair, go to someone that knows how to do that. You don't want your hair to be dried out. You definitely want to do regular deep conditions if you're gonna dye your hair blonde or any color like that. And just be careful, because sometimes color can end in a disaster, but other times it can be great. So, you know, hey, do what works for you. So, I don't not color because I've seen people do it and do it well. So, like I said, just make sure if you do color your hair, you're doing everything in your power to keep it healthy and keep it on your head. Because I've literally seen blonde hair, when you comb it, you see all the little stuff just flying, like all the ends popping off, pop, flying, flying. And that's not cute. So don't bring that into 2020. Bring healthy hair into 2020. Hi, Life of Tori. I'm trying to look at your picture. You look familiar. But hey, babe. Um, Another girl says learning how to roller set. Yes, boo. Like, go ahead, do your roller sets. When I would say when I first started YouTube, roller sets were huge. Like, that's what everybody did, was roller sets. I don't necessarily like roller sets because my hair is super thick. So even if I roller set it, boo, you still gotta straighten your hair. So to cut out them 2 hours of sitting under the dryer, because my hair takes forever, I just blow dry it and straighten it. But if you're able to do a roller set, I would definitely recommend it. I wish I could do them myself. Opal says, I left my relaxer on too long. Now I have two different textures. Should I relax my hair from the root to tip, or just deal with the two textures? Baby my hair until it grows out. Okay, so now you have two different textures. So I'm guessing that your new growth is straighter than the rest of your hair, which can be called the poodle effect. Um, when I had hair, my hair was poodle effect. It was like straight poodle, and then okay. So my hair was straight poodle and then straight. So because it was like that, I put my relaxer on, like I waited till my next relaxer day. I put the relaxer on my root, and then like right before I was gonna rinse it out, I went over the puffy parts, and literally I just literally left it on for about 2 to 4 minutes, not long at all, or 2 to 3 minutes really. And it definitely corrected it. But be very careful when doing that. You don't want to mess anything up or overlap your relaxer and make your hair weak or anything like that. So be careful. And shortly following that, you need to be following up with protein, following up with deep conditions, following up moisturizing, sealing, following up. I will also do like a bond rebuilder just because you had to go over that part 2 times. So be careful. I've definitely been through that. My hair is pretty, like I said, I blow dried it, so you can't really see the natural state, but my hair is pretty even. But when you're texlaxing, it can be hard to keep your hair like all one texture. So just be careful when you're doing that. So yes, guys, my mom is currently whipping the pot and making us our black eyed peas and greens for the New Year's. We're a little late, but I'm ready to eat and it smells so good in here. I'm going to answer this one last question. You're welcome, Opal. And then I'm going to be out. So Life of Tori says, I was using It's a 10 keratin shampoo on my relaxed hair and now my hair sheds like crazy. What can I do to repair my hair? So keratin is supposed to make your hair straight. I'm sorry, make your hair stronger. I'm not sure why that happened. I've never used the keratin It's a 10 shampoo. I've honestly never used it. Life of Tori, send me a message on Instagram and I will look up the ingredients on that and see if I can help you. Like I said, I've never used it and I don't know the ingredients in that. So yes, message me on Brianna Roche and I'll try to help you there because that's kind of like a specific question. Um, Hi Rose, how are you? You're welcome, Life of Tori. Anthony, what is a good moisturizer if you have a relaxer? I use Nexus products, which is wonderful. Just need a good moisturizer to go along with the suggestions, please. Thank you. A good moisturizer. It's so crazy because I don't have like a specific one, but I literally moisturize with anything. I've moisturized with Cantu. I've moisturized with pink lotion, Warner Brothers pink lotion. I've moisturized with so many different things. I even know people who moisturize with S curl, and I have some of that under my counter sink. So yep. And now Sufane is giving you a recommendation, Elastic QP moisturizer, ORS. I've used ORS. I love ORS products. I don't think I've used Elastic QP. I think I probably used that a long time ago though. But yeah, guys. Make sure that you all are subscribed to my channel. Click the bell button so you'll be notified when I upload a video. Stay tuned to my community tab because I always post, or I try to post often on my community tab. And I always answer you guys' questions on my community tab. And I'm going to be doing live Sunday, every Sunday. And if I do miss a live Sunday, hopefully I don't, but if I do miss one, I will definitely chat with you guys in the community section, because life happens sometimes. So I love you guys so much. Mwah. Opal, thank you so much. Yes, girl, I'm about to go enjoy it because I'm real hungry. Y'all know the hungry after you get out of church and you hungry. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming and chatting with me today. You're welcome, Asia. You're welcome, babe. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And I will catch you all in the next live Sunday. Bye, guys.